For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington football team. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his right. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down, but not before getting. This inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Allen on third. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
A little juke, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Newton. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Newton. He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Escaping the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. On play action, Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. We're scoreless after one. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Play action. Now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a give to Taylor. Able to fight through one tackle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second and 7, Allen slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. this situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for the Nets, obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Bostic in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington football team. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Allen steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Isaiah. Simmons, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Allen hit. He lost the football. A big pickup of 38.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Second down and 3. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off play action. Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw, it's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Milton Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And after all that, he'll get right back to where they would have been had he just let the ball go, as they'll start at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, open man is Samuel, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers have struck first in this NFC title game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead from the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Allen from the gun on third down. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
All day, baby. Come on.
Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right here by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Allen. And he will find his man Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Check 26, check 26.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jeremy Chin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Mike 17, Mike 17. You don't want to pick up the ball. Mike 17. Mike 17.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Hitting Samuel on the slant. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 35 yards. And Washington has made this a one-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Check. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch the run.
A final shot before half for Allen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Here's Smith to return it. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
It's a good one now. It's a good one. Here you go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They give the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Gets it quickly out to Marshall. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Play action. It's Newton.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw, Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
It's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Touchdown, Washington!
Jalen Waddle.
53 yards.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, the field goal can still get you.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
17's Mike 17. Watch the screen.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Here's Newton. He's got Anderson on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. Just inside the 20 at the 19. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Mike 17. Alert, alert, alert. Mike 17. Hey, what's the ball?
Another try after the first down sack. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Mike 17.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
17's Mike 17.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Panthers will get the football back. Throwing is Newton. And that's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, that's asking a lot.
Touchdown, Washington! Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the night.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down, McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Allen going to go on 4th down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Here's Antonio Gibson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Newton's throw caught by Sanders.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. A shotgun snap for Newton.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And some room to maneuver. And he will fall out of bounds.
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 57.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Here's Allen.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now he's flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And probably the wise wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Herbert off of play action. Flushed out right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there,
this guy does not go down easily.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Grady Jarrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Allen, he's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Washington. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Allen. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Rolling to his right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On first down, Justin Herbert. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Jamar Chase.
31 yards.
And the Chargers are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete here on target to Tonyan. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Throwing now is Allen. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
As the first half is winding down.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
William Jackson with a pick.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Hey, get in there and get what you want, G. Get in there and get what you want, boy.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here.
And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Allen off the play fake. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Come on with it, man.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Herbert on first down now. On the move to his left. Williams brings it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Herbert throwing again. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42. Throwing to start the drive.
Herbert, and that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jamar Chase
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Herbert now. Flush to his right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Waddle, 39 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor trucks over him. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, 37 yards. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And the kings of the Super Bowl are the Washington football team. They win it, and they will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
There's no question the resume for Darrelle Revis is an intriguing one. His 20
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's a play fake. Now Vick. Being chased out left. Escapes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.